Hey guys, welcome back. So this is a quick impromptu video because I was traveling shooting episodes of the Zephyr show, but now I'm back in Singapore and I'm here at the state courts again. And I have with me today Iris Koh, who some of you might know. And I just wanted to get her thoughts on some of the latest proceedings and events that have happened in the case, some of which I missed, and just in general to see how she's feeling and what she thinks about what's going on. So Iris, over to you.
Hello, hi everyone. Thanks Zephyr for updating everybody.
Sure.
As the proceedings are still ongoing, I won't say too much, but just what has been discussed in court. So we have had 40 over days of proceedings so far. We are at like witness maybe number 23.
Oh wow,
Um,
really?
yeah,
Okay.
there's a bunch of MOH officers, police officers, patient witnesses. It's quite a massive trial. Okay, and I mean one of the as you guys know, I have been representing myself lately since September last year. So
Right.
I am learning a lot as I go along, how to do cross examination and how to put my questions more succinctly across. It's not easy. So thank you to all the lawyers who are working so hard to defend your clients. I know that it is a difficult job. Um so I think the trial's going so far so good from my perspective. One of the highlights of my cross examination with this MOH officer by the name of Mark Jia Yuan, who took Dr. Quah's statements on the 20th of January.
Yes.
That was the day that he and Thomas were asked to go to MOH to be to take their statements.
20th of January, which year?
2022.
2022.
That was one day before I was arrested.
I see.
So apparently their phones were taken, and then they were supposed to be investigated for ART tests. But
Yes.
through the examination, I had asked him how come suddenly in the middle of asking about ART tests, suddenly talk about investigating about cheating and conspiracy and all that, which is actually not the job of MOH. Those
Right.
are actually under the penal code, which should be investigated rightly by the police.
So you brought that up in your cross examination.
Yes.
Is that what you mean? Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
I mean, due to the sensitivity, I
Yes.
don't want to talk too much, but there
Sure.
is something very troubling in this MOH interview. So what happened was that on the 20th of January, he had started interviewing Dr. Quah at 3:30 until around 4:30. That was a break of about 10 and a half hours. And then statement resumed again at 2:55 a.m. until 3:30 a.m.
This
That's
is
about
documented. The timings are documented.
the timings are
I
documented.
see.
But what happened in between, unfortunately, is not documented.
I see.
And that includes many, many hours of talking to DDMS, which is Deputy Director of Medical Services,
Right.
Dr. Raymond Chua,
Right.
who was then the number 2 guy in MOH, I believe, after Kenneth Mark, and who is now the CEO of HSA.
And this is according to who exactly?
This is according to the MOH officer.
He mentioned that there was this meeting with DDMS.
Well, he did not dispute it.
Okay.
It wasn't actually officially recorded anywhere
Okay.
in the statements, but through as the trial is progressing, of course, Dr. Quah's lawyers would mention that, and then
Oh yes,
and
he did
then
mention that.
and then there was confirmation there was indeed such a meeting,
Right.
except what time, how long, all the details is unfortunately never
The
documented.
finer details.
Yeah, not just
Right.
the final details, all the essential details of this meeting
Right.
is undocumented.
Right. I do recall the witness saying, I think I was there for that day. I think he did say something about he just knows that DDMS wanted to speak with Dr. Quah. Or at one point he said wanted to speak with Dr. Quah. Am I recalling that correctly?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So anyway, I mean, I started asking him whether the interview is material, not material, and all that, and
Right.
whether DDMS was even officially an investigator,
Right.
and why is MOH suddenly investigating about cheating? And then MOH officer said, "Oh, it's not cheating." I said, "Then what is it?" "Oh,
Right.
we are investigating about operations." Then I said, "Oh, if
I see.
MOH is really investigating about operations, how come MOH didn't take the patient files or any operation files from the clinic?" And the first thing they
Right.
took was the telephone conversations between, private conversations. That was very disturbing to me.
Right. And you asked this in your cross-examination.
Yeah, I
Right.
asked him, actually, I took about a day
Right.
to fully cross-examine him.
Right.
And I just want to say what I found out is very disturbing. And
Okay.
I don't think that is how our public health agency should be investigating. And that's all I will say for now. And I believe that this matter is to be looked into seriously
Right.
by everybody. And of course, the trials are ongoing.
Right.
And I've always maintained that I'm innocent.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. Okay. Yeah.
And I just want to say I am still very confident about our judicial system. Everything I'm very appreciative for the Singapore courts as well as the way that proceedings are going. I'm very I feel confident that the judge will do a good job
Right.
evaluating all the evidence that he has seen so far and to come to the right judgment regarding this case.
Right.
And I really look forward to the day when I will be acquitted. And I hope it will be soon.
That's a wonderful sentiment. Okay. I was gonna ask a bit more of those
Yeah.
provocative questions, but I think no, let's keep that as the tone
Yeah.
for the video. No, that's good. So these charges you were mentioning to me are by the state. Is that the correct phrase?
Yeah.
Okay. And so from what I personally saw as an observer in like this morning's I can't recall the exact trial dates previously, but I have them in my record. But from what I saw this morning, from the witnesses who do not want to be named, so I'm not going to name them, there wasn't anything that incriminated you necessarily or at all. I think they said they both wanted to get Sinopharm and that's what they thought they were getting, and that was that. And
Yeah.
correct?
Exactly.
So, right. In fact, I think all the witnesses that I've seen so far, most or all of them have not linked you in any way to what happened at the clinic, assuming it's the same clinic. So what do you have to say about that? Because apparently you're in this case as well.
Well,
for
like
some
I
reason,
said,
which I may not know. So maybe you can share with us.
Well, like I said, I'm not going to prejudge.
Correct.
And I just want to say that I've always maintained that I'm innocent.
All right.
And I am confident of proving my innocence.
Okay.
And I wish to be acquitted soon.
Excellent. Yes, I wish the same for you.
Thank you so much, Zephyr.
Thanks for your time. So that was Iris Koh. And I'll try to report more from the ongoing proceedings, maybe twice a day. However, some witnesses do not want to be named, so we will not name them out of respect for their privacy. And hope you guys stay safe during this time and see you on the next video. Bye-bye.